The 911 call police ignored until it was too late. It started like any other night in a quiet suburban neighborhood. But one phone call would change everything. On a rainy evening in 2010, a woman named Karen Williams dialed 911. Her voice was trembling as she whispered into the phone. She said someone was outside her home, circling, watching. She was alone with her 7-year-old daughter, and she begged the dispatcher to send help quickly. But the operator's tone was flat. "Ma'am, has anyone broken in yet?" Karen said no, not yet, but she was certain the man was trying to. The dispatcher told her to call back if it escalates, and logged the incident as a suspicious person. No officers were dispatched. Karen hung up, but her fear didn't fade. She called her sister, who urged her to lock every door and stay on the line. Minutes later, Karen dialed 911 a second time. This time, her voice was urgent. She could hear footsteps on her back porch. Again, she begged for officers. And again, she was told the call wasn't a priority. Her final words to the dispatcher were chilling. "He's here. Please hurry." Then the line went dead. By the time neighbors heard the screams and called police themselves, it was too late. Officers arrived to find Karen and her daughter brutally attacked. Karen didn't survive. Her daughter was found hiding under a bed, traumatized but alive. The suspect was later identified as a man with a violent criminal history, someone who should never have been free. Police eventually captured him, but for Karen, justice came far too late. What shook the community wasn't just the crime. It was the fact that Karen had called for help twice, and each time she was dismissed. The case sparked outrage across the country. How could two desperate 911 calls be ignored? Investigations revealed flaws in the dispatch system, understaffed call centers, and a troubling tendency to downplay women's reports of danger. Karen's family filed a lawsuit against the police department, arguing that she had been denied the basic protection every citizen deserves. While the courts debated liability, the public debated something bigger. Do authorities have a duty to protect us when we call for help? Or can they decide, in a moment, that our lives aren't urgent enough? For many, Karen's story became a painful symbol of a larger injustice. How cries for help, especially from women, are too often minimized until tragedy strikes. Today, her case is still discussed in law schools and police training programs. A haunting reminder of what happens when warnings are ignored. Karen Williams's last words to 911 were simple, "Please hurry," but help never came.